Hey there, Justice 3 TV, it's me, Authorian, and welcome back to your daily dose of Marvel Strike Force. And in today's video, it's going to be about team building for the character event Unbeatable Education, featuring the character Squirrel Girl, who is a part of the Young Avengers. I will be playing on the hardest difficulty, which means I'm going to need 5 characters with the trait Friendship. And really what I'm going to be doing is showing you my process of determining any major teams that I want to take through the campaign. Full disclosure, my collection has reached the point where anytime a character event comes around, I could just choose 5 characters of the highest power level and they're pretty much going to steamroll right through this thing. But I like to have fun. And that is rule number 1 in gaming, isn't it? As you can see, I have my database here listed with all the characters with the friendship trait that we're going to be able to go through and put together as many teams as possible. Because I'm playing on hard, I am going to have a cutoff of about 35,000 for each individual character power level, but that's still kind of pushing it, and we're going to work from there. Alright, Graviton and Winter Soldier are just out. So as it looks, we got about 30 characters here ready for the roster, which means I'm going to be able to put together 6 full teams. Alright, first step, we're going to get the key team out, which is the Young Avengers. And there's only 4 in the game right now, with the 5th to be named at a later date. Alright, where are they? Alright, we'll just start separating them as we see them. Okay, I know I see Sif and Thor. We'll get them out there. Got some Black Order here. We'll move them out. Oh, there's Miles. He goes on the Young Avengers. And because he synergizes well, I'm going to push out Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man. I use him in my Young Avengers right now as my 5th. Alright, Corvus Glaive. I'll put you with Proxima. Alright, looks like we got some power armor here. We'll make another team with power armor. See what we can do with that. Fantastic Four. We got some Fantastic Four here. Now, I'm only putting them together because I see, just by looking at the roster, that they have synergy, and that's all I'm really doing right now. There's still going to be a bunch of mixing around, probably. Alright, it looks like X-Force is here. We'll definitely put X-Force together. They're a decent team. Will they have the power level to be able to beat this whole thing? Who knows? That really all depends on the difficulty, the actual, real world difficulty of, 1-7, 8, and 9. They're usually the more difficult ones in the campaign. Alright, we got Negasonic. Some Brotherhood is here. They could just be considered mutants. But Blob and Toad are a really good mix because, they play off each other with assists, and Toad has that great removal. We'll put them together. There's Domino, there's another X-Force. So we got 3 X-Force. Cap is here. He works well with Iron Man. But there's another Avenger here, Hawkeye. He's not too bad. He's got a really good removal and some blind. Doesn't look like there's a lot of other big synergies here. Like I see, obviously Rocket Raccoon is part of Guardians of the Galaxy. We got Avengers, Inhumans. I don't see any other huge Inhumans to put together. Crystal's got some good AoE, decent basic. Yeah, we got Black Widow here. Captain America and Black Widow would go great together. Who's on this? You know what, Ironheart and Iron Man, both of those guys, I believe, have decent power levels. Iron Man will get that extra crit he'll give extra crit out. And she's got a great defense down, big one, and an ability block, turn 1. You know what, Captain America and Black Widow would go great on that team. We have some more Avengers. We can put one more Avenger out there. Right now, Black Panther's got the power level that's highest. But they're all they're within range of one another to still be successful. Rocket Raccoon is a good tech character, but I don't see... Scientist Supreme could go out there and actually boost up that Iron Man, that power armor squad right there. We got speed coming from Black Widow. We got energy from Captain America. There's no defense up to take advantage... No, wait, Black Panther would only do that if he gets a charge, and he would have to go down in life. Oh, whoa, there's Miss Marvel. Gotta get her out of there. She's part of the Young Avengers. That's the one complete team. So I have all of the Young Avengers. Should be able to get through, we should be able to get through that entire campaign just with that team. Assuming that they would be good enough to get through the campaign. Now, the other synergies. Now, we got a Black Panther and Hawkeye. I don't see any huge advantage to pairing them up together. Shocker and Vulture. That's a good one. Thor and Sif are a couple of the big ones, and they heal per turn. So what can we do to boost that? Actually, let's finish off this armored one real quick. We got Black Widow there. Having a good slow would really work well. You know what? No. Scientist Supreme goes out there. I mean, in campaigns, sustain is not that important because you're not carrying over your HP and charges into each round. So going all out offensively is usually the best way to go. You know what? Rocket is a techie. Human Torch and Thing. Human Torch is fast. Thing's gonna put out some major damage. Oh, that's alright. That's 2 Inhumans. We'll keep Crystal and Karnak together. And where would they go well? You know what? Human Torch and Thing already putting out a decent amount of damage. A little bit of chip damage from her. Some disrupts from Karnak. And they're gonna boost each other up pretty well. Oh, Rocket and Groot. Oh, I know. You're definitely going on this Asgard squad up here. Alright, looks like we got 16. Let's see here. Thor, Sif, Groot, Rocket. You know what? That last one has to be Scientist Supreme. That is an excellent tech character. Because Rocket will give out random positive effects to, you know what? That doesn't work. That would actually work better on the power armor team. But I got, the synergy between Rocket and Groot is too big. He hits like a friggin' Mack truck when he uses his ult, and he's got Groot there to taunt off. Now, you know what? Do I really want that since Sif is already there taunting? Yeah, because you kind of want Groot to take that damage and then pass it over to Rocket if he goes down. Shocker's tech. Is Vulture tech? I don't know. He's just a controller. Black Panther or Hawkeye? I mean, Black Panther, he's got piercing, but without the other Wakandans, he's kind of pointless. It's cool that he's got that charge up after taking down enemies, but it's not that great. So I'm gonna go with Hawkeye because he's got that great removal and blind. So that team's done. Those are 2 big techs. No, I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll push these guys actually down this way. Alright, I think I want Groot here and Rocket here. It's a good tech group with a good taunt. A decent taunt. I'm not gonna say good. Only 1 spot left. Lots of tech right there. Corvus, Proxima, Groot, Rocket. Well, Black Panther and Okoye have synergy. But not like a ton. Alright, you know what? Toad and Blob will fit really well with this Asgard duo. Either of them are tech, so let's push Scientist Supreme down to... That'll be our tech team for this campaign. Shocker and Vulture, we'll keep... should we keep them together? Wait, we get X-23, Negasonic, Domino. They all really work together for speed and takedown power. That will mean, you know what, Shocker and Vulture with the slow and that offense up would work really nice. And that means splitting up Black Panther and Okoye. Since the Asgard duo up there already have a good, a good removal with Toad, and the assist with in conjunction with Blob, we can split up Okoye down to this team right here. And Black Panther can go with this team for a little bit of extra chip damage. Well, there you have it. That is the total sum of teams that I can make up with the characters that are available to me with the friendship trait. Again, I used a 35,000 minimum marker for the hard difficulty. And then I put together the teams mostly based on synergy. And personally, I'm going to go ahead and take, since I have them available, the signature team for this campaign, which is the Young Avengers, because Squirrel Girl is the character you're playing for those shards. And given that the power level is at around 300,000, I think I'm going to be in pretty good position to beat all the stages, including generally the hardest ones of 1-7, 8, and 9. Now, I will say this for the hard difficulty in character event campaign. Most of the time, if you could meet a 250,000 team power level, you're going to have a pretty comfortable time just enjoying your gameplay and making it through the entire campaign. You might have a little difficulty with the last few stages, but you should be good to go. Especially if you went more like I did with a synergistic approach. Team 2 has the biggest power level so far through all the teams that we've put together, and given that the character is synergized with at least one or more characters, is going to make this probably the most, the easiest team to go through the campaign with. Team 3, that is a big tech group. It could be a little tricky to be able to get through the campaign with this group, depending on how things go. Rocket will give a good taunt off to Groot, and he does have healing and some removal involved. Both Corvus and Proxima are going to have some high damage, given that they also play off each other with, assists and a little bit of AoE and some speed bar manipulation. And you got Scientist Supreme there, who's always going to just completely weaken the entire crowd of enemies and boost up the other characters on its following turn, on Scientist Supreme's following turn. Team 4, just based on the abilities and the full synergy that this team is getting, is probably the best team comp out of all of these. So Team 4 is probably going to be the very best. So if I go through this campaign and I'm going to have a little bit of difficulty, I'm probably going to default to Team 4 to be able to clear it. Captain America is always going to be feeding energy to this entire team. And, Iron Man already has a great crit that is going to pair off with Ironheart, who gives out, a group defense down, along with an ability block turn 1, which is a huge game changer. Black Widow and Hawkeye are going to work well together because they're both also Avengers. Black Widow, obviously, because she's going to be speeding up any of the Avengers on the field with a good chance of getting Ironheart to sped up as well. Hawkeye is going to be key in, being able to remove, adjacent positive statuses, as well as giving out some negative status of blind. Team 5 is very capable of being able to squash this entire campaign, but they're a little bit more tricky of a group. Human Torch doesn't hold up that well to damage. The Thing is all around probably great to have as a character on any team, given that anytime he takes a hit, he's going to be dealing out damage. He's a monster damage dealer when it comes to his other abilities. He also can take a ton of hits. Now, Crystal and Karnak, they're going to boost each other up a little bit. Crystal's got some decent AoE and some negative statuses that she's going to be able to pass out to the enemy. And then you got Okoye. By herself is not going to be good very much at all. She does have some speed bar manipulation, but because of the hodgepodge of this team, their abilities are going to probably get them to skate by, but not going to be very successful in doing it comfortably. You might find it a bit challenging. Team 6. Now, this is, even though they're close to being at that very bottom level of power to be able to make it through this campaign, comfortably that is, their abilities that work together and will probably be way more than enough to be able to finish this campaign. One of the biggest reasons that Negasonic is a great character to have, very individually tanky, can remove positive statuses, at the very beginning of, any one of the battles. You got X-23, who's going to take any of the weak characters out there and just slice them in half with a really awesome regeneration, especially since I do have her at 6 red stars. And if you're a vet, you know how dangerous it can be for any character that can regenerate per turn or otherwise when you have more red stars. Vulture will slow them down quite a bit and do some spread out damage really, really well. Both Shocker and Vulture will be able to deal out a little bit extra damage. based on that, and Shocker does have a nice AoE with a special that's going to speed him up and pass off some additional offense up. Major downside is going to be that this character set can't really sustain itself all that well, even though that's not that important in a character campaign. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pass-fail video after I've completed the campaign. I'll make a really quick video on any of the teams that I found were the most useful out of this list. Beyond that, what do you guys think of each one of these teams? Which one do you think will be the best team to take through the campaign? Leave that down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did find it helpful, please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel if you're brand new. It's always on the right hand side of the screen or down in a link in the description below. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.